I'm thinking if there are anything else with this I could do. And reminding of the RaidTrain again. And of course we have to, if I can again, let's switch back to Swedish keyboard. We have to shout out duct tape. Duct tape DevOps. There. Let's see if I manage to type everything right. There. I assume you're all already following him, maybe, but he is the one who arranged this RaidTrain, as you can see. So, and if anyone of you want to join, do. Yeah, the microscope. This is what I ordered.
Think you all have to watch me golf for the next 2 hours, lol. Golf.
I can do a bit more, so I can stream a bit
Microscope.
more. Yeah. So this is, I ordered this Sunday, I think, and it arrived yesterday. It was like jumping all over every day, I think. Before it finally ended up on yesterday then. So all of these bits and pieces, and there's a remote control that I've actually tried now. So maybe we should try this a bit. And you can see the price when I looked
Duct tape
for...
says, however you want to do it. If you're in the flow, feel free. I just set up the golf sim for the first time in months, so gonna test it live lol.
Yeah, okay. I'll at least do the full hour, so and then I'm thinking maybe 1 hour more and you do one more, or we'll see what happens, okay? I'll see if I run out of stuff to do. I think I have lots to do if I want it. I don't think I've ever streamed for 1 hour. We'll see what happens. And people, tell me if there's something you want to do. I know that most people here are probably programmers or want to do game development. Maybe you can give me tricks on my Unity game problems, you know?
Up to 12, enjoy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sockhouse Studios says, remote control microscope.
Yeah. You'll see. Let me hide this, cause the battery ran out on the camera.
Microscopy is what I'm all about.
Cool. I'm going to move this other one out of the way. I think either it overheated or it just died from power loss. So that camera's out of the way. Let's connect
SSML error.
Thanks so much Duct Tape DevOps for gifting a sub to OpenSet. Less than 3.
Thank
SSML
you.
error.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much Duct Tape DevOps for gifting a sub to Sockhouse Studios. Less than 3.
Sockhouse Studios says, seems good. OpenSet says, TGBX squirrel.
Oh, my camera froze too. I'll fix that. Looks quite funny when you just are totally frozen looking into space like that. Okay, I'm looking for the camera. There it is. I should get a deactivate activate button.
Translated from Dutch.
I know what the problem is. I have to close the Camo Studio app.
Studio says, hype delight. Translated from Norwegian.
There, now let's see. Have we got a video on the camera again? No? This is why I didn't want to plug stuff in and out too much, because I know that the USB gets the connections do strange stuff with other stuff. Yeah, I'm back. The camera's back. The last thing I did was disconnect.
He has been trying to set up the hardware on stream. He would enjoy this.
Oh, okay. I'm actually thinking about. I have some old computers lying around. There are actually 5, and I'm thinking of just merging the best parts into one. Maybe that would be fun to do. Maybe do it on stream. But I can show you some stuff now when that part is done. This is a new toy.
Duct Tape David says.
Let's see.
Probably with one of his kids, lol. Sockhouse Studios says. How did you get into hardware?
This is a new toy too. Oscilloscope that it can be nice when you're like programming signals and stuff like that, and for other stuff too, to figure out how stuff works. Then this thing, I was thinking too much stuff on my table now. I got all of this. Some soldering, some building stuff. I was thinking if I run out of stuff to do, I should make cable for some stuff. Yeah, let's just move a table out of the way. Too bad the other camera died. But here's some Arduinos and stuff. And I've got a lot of sensors, and this is a Bluetooth module. Displays. A TT display over here too. These, but I think I prefer Arduinos that are on breadboards. They're in the other room. I've got sensors and stuff here too.
Do you do any amateur radio by chance?
Stuff. No, sorry. No radio. Maybe that's the next thing to do, right? Just tell me about something and I'll look into it. Oh, here's a broken motherboard. I can't show you everything that's in here. Is there anything else like that? Whatever. Let's remove this.
Hello, Sophia and everyone. How is the situation?
Translated from
Hello,
Swedish.
Zombie. Welcome in. I hope not to keep you up too late today. I got to sleep yesterday. In Sweden, it's actually yeah, you can see the time in several places. So let me switch here and go back to this one. Right, I have to use my buttons or we'll stay on that camera mode. So I'm actually not using this part right now, but I tested mounting it up here, and if my other camera will wake up in a bit again, or I can use one of these, of course. I've got several old phones. They're good to have use for stuff. See, it's starting. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so this one, the digital microscope, it's connected now. And if I switch to this one, the microscope I have with the other camera too. That's only that one. This is an old image, so I assume I will have to restart the camera. Going to studio mode. I should get, all the cameras should have buttons for activate, deactivate, right? That's something good to add. You more knowledgeable streamers will have to give me tips on what to add and stuff. So let's see, where is it? Microscope, source. There, now we have live. And the LEDs on the converter are blinking. Because this is HDMI out, I'm using the HDMI out. So... Oh, what an interesting table. But now we're actually seeing... I was a bit amazed actually that the quality of this was such that it could see... I'm trying to get something, what can I... Let's look at this. This is like far. Let's measure this. It's 70 centimeters from the card. And of course, if I put it much closer, now it will be blurry because it's set to this. And it has the manual focus. So if I go really close, oh my goodness, I'm turning it to the max. Well, let's see how close it is.
Sockhouse Studios says, do you have any tips for where or how to start in hardware?
I'm just trying to not talk. If I laugh, I will jump around. So that's what I intended. I thought I would have to use it like 20 centimeters from it. I'm turning and turning and turning over here. There we have it. So it actually, of course, autofocus might have been good, but I'm thinking maybe not for a microscope, right?
Says, I keep getting told to learn Flipper.
Oh, so at this distance, yeah, this is what you see. So this is not how I will use it, but this is a test to see how good it looks. And also, if I shake my desk, you know, it moves, since this is actually on a monitor stand. I've got a tall one in the middle with my light on.
Sockhouse Studios says, Dick, translated from Dutch.
Yeah, so starting in hardware, what do you mean with hardware? Is this hardware? If you mean electronics, you can always, you know, there are a million YouTube videos. You can start like, how does a transistor work? I mean, how deep do you want to go into the hardware of the computers? And how tiny is this enough? Raspberry Pis? Arduinos are very easy. Let's see, I have one over here too. So you can just buy one of these kits. This even has a display, but this is an Arduino under here. One of these tiny ones, you know. And since they are open source hardware, they're cheap. You can build them yourself, not with these tiny chips, but with bigger ones. I can go and get a breadboard one.
Giving me PTSD flashbacks to learning how radios work, thinking about transistors fixed at 42 lol.
Okay. Oh, cool. I'd like to learn how radios work. I wonder where in the list of things, for the billion things, it'll be, but it would be cool to know, because there's lots of stuff, you know, like the Bluetooth I had over there. to actually know how stuff works, and that's very interesting. And then you understand so much about why problems can occur, how you would just set up a good Wi-Fi in your house and not get lots of places where it doesn't work, maybe. Like, I know our fridges and freezer, they are not good for the connection in the kitchen, you know. I'll just get something. Let's see, we can put something here so it's not all empty there.
Zombie says,
Learning is fascinating. The more you learn, the more questions you will be able to ask.
There. You still here? Too bad the other camera died. And this one doesn't seem to have any battery. So let's try this one instead. Yeah, this one has 97%. Yeah, I was testing that one with Droid Cam.
Duct Tape Dev says, Ducta 12 salute. Sockhouse Studios says, I used to fiddle with electronics as a kid, but lost all that knowledge through high school.
Oh, but I think you didn't lose it. Probably it's just a bit buried. So if you start playing with stuff, then you think it will just pop back. I'm just checking what app in this phone could possibly work without doing any work. And this is an old Samsung S4.
All I retained was knowing how to solder.
Yeah, that's like swimming, right? Running and walking. But I think knowledge you have it somewhere in the back of your brain. I just thought that this camera is very limited, you know. Where's that measuring tape? Well, I'll do this instead.
Zombie
you know, it's
says,
not very big, so it's hard to show you stuff.
Luckily, we can assess knowledge we didn't know we still have.
Yeah, exactly. I think it comes back. Well, let me show you. This is a PIC processor. So, and this is an Arduino on a breadboard. So let's see. Here's a smaller PIC processor.
Sockhouse Studios says,
So these are all tiny processors.
Now, you can do a lot with 4 inches fixed at 42 Lowell. Not like this.
yeah. Well,
Zombie says,
I'm trying to figure out if it's worth it to try and get this phone here. working as a camera. Though I have Droid Cam, and I think I tried it yesterday, so it was just a bad resolution. So let's see, we got the information. It's all in a pile here, all the electronics. I want to show you. Let's go to studio mode and get camera. Yeah, I can open this through Camo Studio, or I can open it through here. Yeah, and yesterday I think I had problems doing it through here, so I'll open Camo Studio again. I had to close it to get the camera working, but as long as I don't plug stuff in and out, then it kind of steals all the connections. So I'm going out of studio mode again. So this is an image from this, and this is 70 centimeters up now from the bottom to the table, and I could even pull it higher, but I'm thinking maybe have something more flexible, like an arm or something. One of these adjustable length arms, and be able to adjust the angle, so I can just pull it up and down. Because it won't block my, let's see, where did I put all the measuring stuff? It won't block my view of the monitor for another 13 centimeters, 14 more. Maybe then the image would be, I don't know. We'll see, or I'll just use the stand that it came with. Because I noticed on this image that I'm showing you, I have to get something so I can point on the screen. On this one, this is how I connected it yesterday first, and then I realized that this part below the camera here on the image, that's actually a part that you can put between the stand and this upright part, so it becomes longer, and then you have much more height to use. And I'm also looking at these, oh my god, what they're called, lenses that makes, they are called something special. People that know Microscope might know this, but so that you can see a wider view than just like a centimeter on that one. So, I'm going to Camo Studio now. We can show you the Camo Studio. It's kind of good program, but it's, like I said, it steals stuff you connect, and if you disconnect something, it thinks everything is new, so it steals here my camera. So could it connect to this, or do I have to install Camo for using this? Of course. Well, let's do that quickly. I think it's available for this version. And I think that it's worth the tiny amount of time. Camo. Let's switch to the microscope so you can at least see what I'm doing. Yes, I'm looking for Camo webcam. Could I click it, please? No, it won't be. It isn't supported. So this is like old ancient Android. Then we'll have to try the other one, because this is not a video input. It's a Wi-Fi connection. Right, the other button. This one, long press. Yeah, there it is. Is it worth it, people? Should I just give up on the camera? I'll just try showing you stuff on this, Because I remember that yesterday, this is a quick test. Yesterday, I'm now clicking my droid cam here, and I'm trying deactivate, activate, and I'm checking the properties. No, I haven't got the app running. That's what I did yesterday, of course. So, going back to the left screen so you can see what I'm doing again. I had to click discard changes twice, so that's why we're slow. So, and Wi-Fi IP. This one is 112. The same port. Yeah, maybe I could just write this IP address. Why didn't I try that? Oh, look, I didn't even read what it said. Why didn't I read that? Well, let's try this now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the problem with this was the quality. The quality was horrible. We don't have to add this to OBS even. I don't think it was worth it. It's just frozen now. Nah, I'm giving up on that. Closing that phone. Yes, there. So, not worth it. Not worth it.
Not like this.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do this instead. No, the full screen one. There. So, here, these are the only things you need for an Arduino. I'll just remove my camera too and that thing. So, all you need for an Arduino is a chip, the Atmega processor, and these are two tiny capacitors, and the clock chip. I'm not sure that's even necessary. And these are just to get the right values. This is the output for the light. You know, they're usually light. So, and you can see on the color here that these are power on the side. I've been testing with different output there. And let's see, this is a very tiny Arduino. Nano, I assume, or something. Let's see. Pro Mini. It's a Pro Mini. So, and you can set it up this tiny. This is a working Arduino. Instead of the big one that I have.
So you can program the Arduino?
I would say that anyone can. Most people in here do program something, maybe. I'm not sure though. There are guides for everything, and it's really simple. And let me show you in the Arduino program. I'll just first show you this. This is a simple thing to put power into a breadboard like this. So there are these simple things. I think it's actually meant for this size. So
Zombie says,
there are these easy and...
I'll head to my bed. Enjoy
okay.
The stream and the RaidTrain.
Good night, zombie.
Courtly
Good night.
wave.
So these, if you buy this from AliExpress, then it's very cheap. So let me put that out of the way. I'll show you how easy it can be to get started. Maybe I should even connect something, but I didn't have anything with connecting stuff here. We could try one of these tiny ones. Oh, I had the boxes too. These are actually just for that, for connecting to the PC. And they are available in different shapes and stuff. And these, they used to be much cheaper. A few years ago, they started, the post office started complaining, and you had to pay more. And I bought most of that stuff before, and it was like, you could buy crazy stuff for 10 Swedish crown. That's, $1 you could get an Arduino for, and stuff like that. So, now let's go to the Arduino Studio, and I'll show you that there are examples.
SpeedyCat says, Arduino is a lot easier to learn and program than a lot of other proprietary things you know.
Yeah.
The benefit is most microcontrollers are capable of running Arduino code these days. Fixabot says,
Welcome in SpeedyCat.
Welcome in SpeedyCat. So this is, you remember this is a DigiSpark, and it's actually in Arduino IDE that we did this. And I tried downloading it with this more modern program, but I had some problems because I didn't have the correct programmer type installed on this one, so I thought it's not worth it to try to get working for this. But what we have lots of examples. We can do basics here. So for example, this blink is a very simple one. So if you want to get started, you can just open one of these examples, and there are lots of examples. And these are for the DigiSpark, and you can install different other ones. There are lots of ones that come just with the Arduino IDE. So if you have different sensors, displays, and there are so much code online, and there are stuff on YouTube. So the Blink one, it's loaded now, and this is all the code. It's as easy as the keyboard one. So what it does, it tells. Let me get the Arduino. All the ones down here were easier to get.
SpeedyCat says, I admittingly have been spending too much time coding these days. I'm in the process of building a massive modular synth with RP2040, Pi-based, and Arduino modules, as well as analog ones too. Because why not?
Very cool, very cool. My big problem with this is that I can't think of any good use. I want something, a useful project, something that I really maybe do something cool for a stream or something like that. But I'm trying to think of something that's useful, because that's when you have problems to solve, and that's what you want to do, right? When you're programming, you don't want to I want to program, but what? It's the same with the more hardware-oriented stuff. Right now, I'm going to add just so we can see the Arduino here too. So I'm adding a scene to the scene. And the tiny window again, as always. Why couldn't it just put it in a better way? There. So here we got an Arduino, and this one is connected to a Bluetooth module and some LEDs. Can you still see it? Maybe it's...
So, I always recommend making a Node-RED setup for your house. It is a super neat project. You can put a variety of sensors everywhere, and it all connects back to a main hub with basic coding.
I'm just trying to make this easy so I can show stuff. Oh, this one's no cords connected. So this is a simple Arduino. Here you can see it's a different chip. It's just the only thing that's different is how the type of capsule it's in. So it's the same amount of legs for the same kind anyway. So I'm actually watching this on my OBS, so it's even tinier than for you. Yeah, Node-RED, that's I've been using that a bit for my stream since I got that from Security Live. But it's had a few problems, but I'm going to look into it when I have time. And there are so many things that I want to fix that are more interesting right now. So let's just look at this. That these are the pins you can see on the Arduino. You have these lines here with different pins. So you can just connect stuff to these.
Just followed.
And they have
Welcome
numbers.
to the stream and thanks for the follow. Less than 3.
Hello, welcome. Welcome, Aditushers. Yeah, so what you do at the start here, that you tell it that this pin is an output. So it needs to know this for some pins, and different processors have different... these are like lines to the lines here, just making it easier. That's why I said it's sometimes easier to just have it on a breadboard, because now you have much more places to connect stuff to.
Maddie Two Shoes says, hello to you. Fixit 42 Wave. Fixerbot says,
Hello.
Welcome in Maddie Two Shoes.
So now you can see why I feel that this is the easier way to have it. It's the same chip, but here I have lots of places to connect it, and I have more space on the sides, and you don't have to have long cords that just fall out of these holes. It's all one piece. But these have also this USB built in, and that makes it much easier to just connect. On this card I need to connect the USB too, and connect it to the right pins and stuff like that. So, and I think I almost forgotten that now, since I haven't done anything with Arduinos in a few years. So I'm like starting again. Yeah. So, and I have all this stuff, so I have to use it, right? And it's the same thing with this one. This is a really tiny one. I could take it closer, but there's no autofocus on this, so I'll have to... you can see the size difference, and I'm not sure if these are the same, if they have the same amount of legs, but you can see all the pins, they are available on this one too. And it has the clock chip, just like that one there. And this, I believe, is an like an on-off or a reset switch. And there are tiny components there that are these components. So it's not much more on this one. You can see it has the clock chip and everything is... This also has power, and it has a USB. So that's why they're more there's a reset switch. So this one we could just connect to the computer. I'm not sure if this has any code in it now, but it doesn't matter. I still don't remember it, right? It was years ago. So let's just do it. Let's get this little card back out, this one, and connect it. And as I told you with the DigiSpark, that there you have to wait with connection until, because it's just available for programming for a few seconds, and in the same lines, and then it starts running the program. And in this one, when you connect it, this is power too. You can see it has power now. And I'm not sure what this is. There's also this you can program another one from this. So if I wanted to program this one, I could use this with a special program here in here. Let's see, is it an example maybe? Yes, Arduino ISP. ISP stands for in-circuit programmer. So this is a special Arduino program that you load into this Arduino to program other Arduinos and other circuits, smaller circuits. So we don't have to actually run anything. I think today, I think I'll need to read up a bit. We could try it. Maybe you guys remember more than me too. But yeah, we could just try something, of course. We have to switch to the kind, because now it's set to DigiSpark. You have to set what board it is. And also here you have the AVR boards. And this is what I'm getting uncertain about. Here are the DigiSpark ones and 80 Tinies. I could also put tinier chips on the breadboard that just have these few pins that I showed you at the start, but I don't have that dock open anymore, so we'll have to manage. Or I could do this. Let's see. Since we went there, we can open that window again. Let's see. I'm just looking at my closed windows, and there it is. So this was the DigiSpark, and you can see that it has a few components too. And it only has these 8 legs, and they have crammed several functions onto the same legs. And these legs are also connected to the USB, so it's very limited what you can do. So you have the same stuff on these pins. I'm sorry, I need something so I can point stuff and show you. Can you see this? Yeah, you can see my mouse pointer there. You should have something bigger to really show stuff. I know I was actually pointing before on OBS. That's not very useful. So here you can see, you usually have this kind of pin out on different chips, and VCC and ground power. Yeah, and here's some basic information on this one. And I don't know. I've got some links there too, but yeah, it can be programmed with Arduino's ISP, the one I just mentioned. Yeah, I don't know if you need it. That was just my notes to myself. Do I need to switch bootloader then? Yeah, sorry for saying nothing new. So if you would run this simple program, you would set the pin to be an output, and then you would just write for it to have a high or low value, like digitally 1 and 0. There are digital pins and there are analog pins too on these. So this is just digital 1 and 0. And that would make the LED light turn on and turn off. So, but that's kind of how easy it is to get started with this. To just go for these examples, and when you understand a few of them, maybe you can build something yourself with that information. Just like old programming. Yeah. Oh, right, this is still here. I'm thinking, is there something, should I test something with a microscope, or should I It's starting to get late Swedish time here now. Yeah, and this is on top of both chat and the camera stuff. There, sorry. So it's 0:20 here now. And I think that duct tape was starting stuff. What do you think? Should I do more? I don't mind staying on
Maddie
for like
Tutu says,
40 minutes more or something.
Time zone buddies, smile, smile.
Ah, great. Where are you? Yeah, this is a problem with having the microscope that high, except for the low quality of the image.
The other Sweden.
The other Sweden, what's that? Norway? Or Switzerland? I don't know. Everybody always mixes those.
Switzerland.
Switzerland,
Dick.
yeah.
Translated from Dutch.
Yeah, people usually think Swedes make watches or something. Chocolate. I don't know what we do. Probably Switzerland has IKEA then, and ABBA stuff. I don't know. I'll turn the microscope image off.
Yeah, and that we eat meatballs.
Yeah. I remember when I was living in England, we were looking for meatballs. I actually smuggled meatballs into Ireland once. Had to have some Swedish meatballs with me there. And lingonberry jam and strawberry tea we brought also, I think. But that was long ago. I used to work at the Compact Support in Dunleary in 1997. In 1998 we moved back. So that was a long time ago. Yeah. I'm thinking I'll turn the microscope off for now. And I'll do a stream on Arduino.
I personally love the Nordics.
Someday.
I've been to all countries up north, but I would like to visit Greenland too.
Yeah. I'd like to visit lots of countries, and maybe do we dare to go to Iceland? But it looks very great. The nature is wonderful, but then the volcanoes just go. So yeah.
Iceland is incredible.
But I'd like to go outside Europe too. I've never been actually. I've just been inside Europe. It would be great to go to Asia stuff. It would be fun. Yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking Arduino stuff is done. So either I'll start
I've been
with
to
something
nearly 30
else.
countries. I am truly very lucky.
Oh, that's nice. I have